So today I've been running lead balls. That's what they called it, running lead balls. And lead was a common element in early life. In fact, it was mined, I believe, something like 8,000 years before Christ. They started mining it. They kind of ignored the side effects. They knew there were some issues with it, especially if someone had a lot of exposure to it. But we know now, and we didn't know until almost into the 20th century when they started to write medical papers, I believe in the late 1800s, that it had a serious effect on people, even in small amounts, particularly children 1 to 6, but adults as well. What I'm doing today, outdoors with good ventilation, it's perfectly safe. Handling it's not a great idea as long as one washes after. But yeah, it caused both cognitive problems, and it also caused one of the major side effects of exposure to it was liver damage. And I believe it was 1703, a treaty was signed in England allowing for the first time importation of port or fortified wines. The problem was the stuff was laced with lead, and it became the rich man's beverage. And you couple that, because lead causes liver damage, you couple that with their rich diet, gout became a real problem with the affluent people. The other thing, natives in the time period, 16, 17, 1800s, wore paint for various reasons. Wore paint, ceremonial, and they made it from ochre, ground up ore, and added bear fats and things. Well, the British started bringing it in, and the French, bringing it into North America as a trade item, common trade item. It too was laced with lead. And I don't think it was intentional. No one knew at the time. So yeah, the poor natives were exposing themselves every time they painted their faces. We've got a whole lot of stuff happening around the old homestead today. So we're going to be making some candles. I got the wax boiling up here. I want to get my woodshed full. Got a lot of wood in, and I want to finish the roof on the woodshed so the wood in the woodshed stays dry. Anyway, I've been sitting here this morning. My grandson was supposed to be here by now. He said he'd come along and give me a hand. Anyway, he said he'd be here. Wonder what's happened. Wonder what it's kept him. Oh, there he is. Hey, you.
Hey, Papa. Missed ya.
I miss you too. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, this is my grandson, Kieran Kelly. And let's see, he'd be my 5th grandchild, our 5th grandchild. And we have 9 of them. And we got one on the way, so we're sort of blessed that way. Lots of kids. And that means Papa gets lots of help, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, how are your mom and dad?
Good.
They're good? Okay, so shall we get to work?
Yes.
All right, come on over here. You can go to the other side of the fire. Don't run by the fire, though. Okay. There we go. So we got the wax boiling up here.
Okay.
We're going to start making candles today, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Kieran? Do you think that wax is ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, can you hand me a couple of those guys?
Okay, how many?
One at a time.
One, okay. One time.
Thank you. And take another one.
Okay. Oh.
That's okay.
Okay, that's
That's
good.
not going anywhere.
Thankfully.
Perfect. There we go. Okay, set her on there, right in the groove.
Right here.
Try to get it equal distance. Yeah, something like that. And one more.
Okay. Okay.
So what I did here this morning, Kieran, what do those things look like there on the ends of the strings?
Balls?
Yeah, they're musket balls. Yeah. I cast them this morning, and they're going to work for weights.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to dump that in the molten wax over here. Then we're going to bring it out, and you're going to take the end of the stick, and we're going to try to keep that stick nice and level and dunk it in the cold water.
Cold?
You ready? Okay, so first we get it in the hot wax here.
Hot wax.
Without the strings all crossing on it. And here we go.
Hot. Looks like you're holding a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. You almost got it.
Well, know what happens first. The strings have to get coated with wax. On we go, into the water. And all the way down there, and up she comes. Okay, now back in the wax. Okay, yep, perfect. And right into the water.
Wow, it's getting big.
All this so we can read bedtime stories when
Really?
it's dark. It's the only way they had for light in 1700.
Maybe we could tell scary stories.
Maybe.
But not too scary. Or else, well, I'm gonna have nightmares.
Okay, not too scary?
Not too scary.
Alright.
And also not too scary for my brother. But it's kind of easy to scare him.
It is?
Yeah, I just hide. I always just tap on the doorbell a couple times. My brother opens the door, he walks out, then I start just jump out. He just gets scared.
So do you go soothe them with calming words?
Sometimes.
It's got
It's like a head.
the lead balls are in there. We're going to cut the lead balls off after.
Later.
Yeah. When we get them as big
And then
as,
soon there'll be candles.
then there'll be candles.
But how do you get the little thing that makes it light?
It's in it. That's what this is. This is the wick.
That's the wick?
Yeah, and we're surrounding that wick and building it up with. We're building it up with
What?
wax all around it.
Okay.
Every time we dip it in, so that's molten, right? That's hot. It wants to build up on it, but it'd just run off if I left it in there. Then we put it in cold water. That cools it down. So what do you think, Kieran? Are they about big enough?
Yeah, that should be good enough.
You want to grab that tin sconce there?
Tin what?
The sconce. Let's just
Oh,
have
you
a look.
mean this
Yeah,
little
that's how I
tray thing?
decide whether they're big enough.
Little tray thing?
Yep, it's called a sconce, a candle sconce.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's have a look.
Here.
So we want the base of them to go in that hole. Does that look about the right size?
Yep.
Okay,
Maybe.
this batch is done. Okay,
Yep. I
we'll
should
let them
say.
cool for a minute, and then we'll cut off the lead balls and trim off the wicks. We have light tonight.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Maybe put them in my dad's room.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll find a good spot for him. Is he going to read the midnight story?
Maybe.
Huh?
Or maybe we.
How about Nana?
I know.
Nana's
Wait,
the
we should take all 6 of the candles,
Yeah.
light them all around. We'll go somewhere dark, and then we'll tell scary stories.
Okay. Sounds like a deal. Okay. What do you think, Kieran? Do you think they're cold?
Probably. Let me check.
All right. Check them out.
Oh my gosh, they're nice and cold.
Good. Bring them on over here. Attaboy.
There you go.
Just lay them down here.
Okay.
Perfect.
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 Amazing. Now, what should we do with this?
You can just set it down there on the ground.
What are we gonna do now?
You're going to pull in that string.
Pull on it?
Pull hard. Yeah.
Cut it. Yeah. Nice.
That's one end.
There's one. And cut off the ball. Goodbye.
No.
What do you do with the ball?
They all get melted again. See, when you lived way back then, you didn't waste anything, right? One candle, right?
You don't
Okay.
waste your candle?
You don't waste anything. You could use it. You used it. Yeah. Ready?
Hard. Ah, there you go.
That's okay.
Oh, got it.
Good.
Oh, saved it.
Good catch.
Thanks.
Catch.
Thanks. Okay, now it's time for this one.
Okay.
Or with this guy.
Pull on that guy.
Pull on this guy.
Yeah. Pull hard.
Got our candles almost done.
We're almost done.
I think this one's the biggest candle. This should be the biggest. I
It
think.
is the biggest one. We need to do
Look
a
at
little.
how tall
We
she
need to
is.
do a little trimming here.
Trimming.
Yeah, we want them to fit in our sconce, right? So
In our
we can
sconce.
push these guys in a little bit like so.
Where's the sconce?
Look right here.
Thanks. Can I hold it?
You bet. See if it fits.
Okay, let's see. Will it fit in the hole?
Yep.
Okay. Whole time.
Turn around this way. I can't see what
Doesn't
you're
seem
doing.
to
There you
fit
go.
yet.
Perfect. That's what you
Kind
want.
That's what we want?
That's exactly what we want.
There we go.
Okay. Shall we go put these in the cabin?
This should be good, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold them already.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's go. Can I hold the candles?
Yep. Come around this side of the fire, yeah?
Right.
There you go, right there in that nail. Make sure it's straight. Step back and have a look. Is it nice and straight? That way it doesn't drip wax.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks.
So over the last couple of weeks, you've seen me building and hanging a whole bunch of accoutrements in the little cabin here. So now we have, with that sconce, that candle sconce, we have hung the last thing required for a working cabin in the 1700s. The sconces are called long oval pie crust. They got that sort of pie crust look around the edge. And they're an exact reproduction of 18th century candle sconce. And we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got five in total in the cabin, plus lanterns, plus candle holders. So we're gonna have lots of light. Anyway, why don't you grab those candles there, the extra ones there on the table, see them? And go put them in my new candle box.
Okay.
Yeah? Perfect. Good having help around. Good job.
Thanks.
Now we should go get at some real work. That was just for play. That was a warm-up.
Yeah,
shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go do some woodshed work.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. There he is. You hiding on me.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time to go to work, eh?
Uh-huh.
Go get the woodshed, get the roof finish on it first, and then we'll put the wood away.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting on my barrel.
Yeah.
Speaking of barrels, in the last episode we talked about barrels and their uses and how common they were on the frontier. So this one doesn't have to hold rum or spirits or molasses or vinegar or anything like that, or salt brine for meat. This is a dry barrel, so they would ship their wares back to European markets. For example, this one was made in Nova Scotia, I think in the original cooperage. Not fancy, made from spruce. I think these are tag alder, the scraps instead of metal banding. And yeah, they'd ship, apples were commonly grown at that time, back to the European markets. Anyway, is that enough history? Let's go.
Okay.
You
Some
can,
more wood for you, Papa.
thank you. Just hand it right up here, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Come on up. Time to learn how to nail. Got her.
Time to learn how to nail.
Time to learn how to nail.
Whoa, it's high.
Good work. Okay. So what I'm going to do to start, I'm going to start a couple of nails. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Willis. Do you see that?
Wait, it's the
Give
one.
it one more cuff. That one's got to go. That'll do it. You can do it.
I got it. I got it. There we go.
Good work.
And oh, not really lined up here.
Put it right in the middle.
In the middle.
Perfect. Just hold it there.
Until at least one nail.
Okay.
Found another.
Okay, get her up here. I get one more nail in here.
Up. Wow, this is a long one.
Perfect.
Oh.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, line it up in the middle of the crack.
Yep, it's lined up.
Okay, gotta come my way a bit.
Holding it down.
Okay, still lined up.
Yep.
Okay, hold it there. Still good?
Yep. So amazing.
Alright. Next board.
Perfectly in place. Whoa, it's heavy. Oh, last one, but it's a heavy one.
It is.
Oh, smell that one.
Okay, line her up. Is it right in the center?
Yep. I just need to move the ladder a couple inches.
No, it's okay.